In quick play? Where's your badge icon? That's really weird. It's not showing, but I think it's platinum. Platinum.
Remember your training?
But this comp's not bad, it's just like, oh, Reinhardt would be better, a Winston would be better, a Zarya would be better. Do you have a Zarya? I don't know. Zarya. Playing this without Zarya is already difficult.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Like right now you're like ignoring the fact that you're eating shit and you can't afford to eat shit. And like you're like right there, if the Pharah's shooting at you and you have 100 HP, like you shouldn't just go suicide your suit. Like just go walk towards your Ana and get healed. And like go protect your Ana. There's no point in you like trying to 1v1 a Pharah that's above you when you're low as shit and can't actually kill him. Like right now, look at your health. Like you're so low, just get out. Like you have to run right now. Like you're trying to fight for no reason. The fact that you're still alive is just them not shooting at you, not you doing something good. Like you should have lost your suit at least 5 seconds, 10 seconds ago. Because now you're like worthless and your Ana didn't get any ult off of you. So like every second that you're not helping your Ana build ult is a wasted second. What up, Giz? Long time no see. Like, you're actually not bad right now against their comp. Like, you can deal with the Pharah pretty well. You can arguably harass the supports. Like, this is good. Harassing the supports this is platinum gold. This is before 76 got buffed, so like you can, yeah, you can like win this 1v1 if you like aim and stuff. You should just, like every time you're low though, just go back to the Ana. You and like you see, like you just ditched the Ana, but the Ana was healing you. So now the Ana is like following you around and shit, but you shouldn't have to. Just keep going back to her. Like even now, like what are you doing? What's your plan? You're just gonna die. You need a plan, man. This game's all about having a plan. Now your Lucio's feeding ult. It out nano boost, so it's not actually that bad.
Nano boost administered.
Like you see this hog? Yeah, like just go charge in and save him. Like if he's that low, like you have to like kind of play diva like Reinhardt when you're on CoF maps. In that your team needs to act like you actually have to abuse the matrix because your damage is shit. Like Diva's damage is generally pretty awful. Like, all this long range spam doesn't actually have any kill potential. So like you're either up in people's faces or you're blocking damage, and that's all you really need to do. Like you could have actually just stood there and you probably would have beaten the Graviton just by staying there. YOLO ult.
First round, 1. Score 1-0.
Still can't get over how bad all of the ranked games tonight were. Like every single game tonight was awful.
Game on. All systems operational. Diva, ready for combat. Junkrat primed and ready.
What are we waiting for?
Like, getting on the point here is cool and all, but you kind of just ditch your entire team. Unless you're in comms, and I don't know about it. But also, you're never gonna kill a Tracer, so there's no point in even chasing her. The second that Pharah got hooked, you should have just jumped in and tried to save her. Like, your purpose isn't to actually do damage, it's to soak. Like, everyone kind of has a role. And now you're trying to play it like you're playing Tracer, but now you're just gonna go feed your suit, and that's just more ult for them. Like, you're not with your team at all, or enough anyway. At this point, when your team's already feeding, you might as well, no, I guess. But before, when half your team was dead, I would have argued, like, you could have just jumped off the map to get your suit back. It would have been faster than this, because like, this isn't helping you right now. Your team, like, needs the damage block, and you're just like a little baby diva standing pistols in the map. Like, all this downtime is awful, because not only are you, like, even if you do get your suit, now, it's been so long, and half your team's dead. Why are you dropping your matrix? Is it down? You're out of it. New reactions, the better there. Like, the second that you hear the Pharah, you should just right clicked. Half your team just died to that barrage, and like, you're honestly like the best counter to barrage in the game. Even here, like, you have to put a matrix because you're just gonna lose your suit. He's promoting his own shitty. Nice. Someone might just ban him, dude. Like, fuck these 10-minute timeouts. Just get him out, man. Ban and never look back. That's how I do it. But you see how, like, worthless you are? Like, you've been out of suit for a majority of this match, or this round anyway, and it doesn't help your team at all. Like, you're honestly better to just feed with your team, jump off the map, and get your suit back, and then come back. That's like wasting 30 seconds trying to get your suit back.
Reporting for duty.
Pretty good, Jack.
Well, all that stuff they pumped into me has to be good for something.
You're not allowed to say Diva's hot. She's a child. I mean, depending on your age, even 19-year-olds are like kind of young. No?
I will warn you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Mercy on call.
Now I have a Torbjorn. Like, alright, real talk. What am I supposed to get from this VOD? Like, yes, okay, you could have played Diva better, but you have a fucking Torbjorn. What is happening? This game is so confusing. The Pharah didn't even go for the health pack. She like forgot it was there. Like, that was really good. Canceled the hook. But you see, now you're just gonna feed the Zarya ult, and they're just gonna hit gravitons, and I don't know if you still have a. Like, there's about 100% chance that they have Graviton right now. There it is. This is why Diva's so, like, bad. It's like... Now watch, Zarya is eventually gonna realize that you're on the screen and come kill you. You're gonna get hooked eventually. There it is. Free ult. Like, you're playing Diva into Roadhog and Zarya. Like, the honest answer is, like, just get off Diva. But if you're gonna keep playing Diva with a Reinhardt on your team's gonna have actually just no damage. Like, the odds of you guys getting a kill are so slim. Because, what do you even have? A 76 and a Tracer. That's the only damage you have. And I guess Reinhardt's swinging. So, this is before the patch. So, damage boosted 76 wasn't, like, that crazy. And your team just isn't getting kills, mostly because you're not playing a better off tank. Yes. And obviously I'm supposed to focus on your gameplay, but I don't actually know how you're supposed to win this. Like, the fact that this happens is like insane. Okay, Mercy just canceled that entire 4-man Graviton, so we're Gucci. Now the Zarya has Graviton again. Your team has no damage, because you have, like... I guess you have Tracer, but... Oh god. Your team came through. I guess your Tracer's and Yada combo was out in the end. How did I find out about Envy's replacement? Because I'm on the inside of everything, guys. You have to realize, like, I know everything. Like, I'm an analyst or whatever and a streamer, but, like, I know everybody. So I get all the inside scoop before everyone else gets that scoop. But yeah, like, you're trying to kill a Roadhog, a Reinhardt, and a Genji, and a Pharah. No, a Roadhog, a Zarya, a Genji, and a Pharah with a Diva, and like it's obviously not going to work out too well. Like, you're just poking, and it's not really worth it. Like, if you're not going to use defense matrix all the time, like all you are is a big defense matrix. You have to like view your hero as a big defense matrix. But shooting from that range, all it does is build support ults and not help anybody but the enemy team. Like, you can have gold damage on Diva by just holding down left click, but if your damage doesn't do anything, it's not even good damage. That's why I hate the metal system, because like if I only go for headshots on Tracers during when I'm playing McCree, but I'm not shooting shields that much, like, and I don't have gold medals, like, does it fucking matter? Like, no, not at all. Kind of the same thing here. It's like you're doing a lot of damage, but it's not lethal, so it doesn't even matter. Like, non-lethal damage is arguably the worst thing you can do unless it's to a shield, because non-lethal damage just feeds enemy support ults. Like, obviously you want to poke and spam and stuff, but if you never get a kill, then clearly there's an issue. Like, you just took 500 damage essentially, or 300 damage, maybe now you've taken 5. Like, 500 damage is enough for a Tracer Pulse Bomb. So like, you've already given them a Tracer Pulse Bomb worth of ult, just by not using Matrix more. Yeah, I mean not anymore, but before it was like 600 or something. I don't remember. So like this damage, you could do all of this damage as a McCree and it would be more damage. So if you're not going to help your Reinhardt keep the shield up, then you could arguably be playing McCree right now. Or Tracer. Like Tracer's equally as good at this range and like has more kill potential. Like the fact that this shit keeps happening is arguably, it's actually just tilting me, but if this is what gold is like, then you should definitely think about just picking up D.Va or Zarya rather. Not D.Va, just Zarya. Yeah, it's like when Clammy pays Mercy. It's like your Mercy's not bad, but Mercy's bad. Like that's kind of how I feel about D.Va and Koth. Because you just fed them another 500 free damage of ult charge for themselves. Like that Zarya still has Graviton, and like you just saw that. So now when you push in now, you know that Zarya has Graviton. So the odds of you guys winning this fight, pretty slim. Unless this turns into another like 5-man ult. Yeah, I don't know what that, like Zarya just dies to that, I don't understand. Got rezzed. Now you just pop call down from inside of a Graviton, so you're just gonna feed them more ult again. Yeah, so you just gave them another mech suit worth of 500 damage ult. And then clearly that's not gonna work out in your favor.
Heroes never die. Helden sterben nicht.
Into the iris.
Somehow they're just not shooting at you. Like you've actually just been sitting in that spot the entire time and no one shot at you. But now you're just gonna get the Zarya ult. Somehow you win this fight due to some miracle of Overwatch. Zarya probably has Graviton again though, so I mean you'll, even if you do win this round, you have to realize too that at low levels, if you just get more ults and use more ults, you'll win more. You'll win games, right? Because like if you can actually get away with popping these D.Va ults and they turn into like 3Ks, then clearly there's some validity to just spamming ults off cooldown in this like rank. But that Genji could have easily killed you, but instead walked backwards into your ult. I'm actually so confused how you're winning this game, to be honest with you. Yeah, Mercy.
Score 2-2.
I mean, you keep going for all, like, the problem with Diva too is that you have to look at what you're trying to block, like, you have to like fully focus on it. Like, you can't really check your flanks that much, and then you get shot in the back and you don't actually know which angle you're getting shot from.
I'll be catching you out, as usual.
I'm an army of one.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round 5. Capture the objective.
Does it always rain on this map?
I don't know, now that you mention it.
Why does my ear hurt? Like, now they're running Diva for some ungod known reason. Like, just kill this Diva with your team. And now your Reinhardt got hooked, like, go save him maybe. But now your Reinhardt's dead. Like, what's your plan now? Like, you're actually just gonna lose. This fight is probably lost, because you don't have a Reinhardt anymore. And Reinhardt was, like, a big part of your team's competition.
Helden sterben nicht. I'm being attacked.
And, like, you're probably gonna lose this fight. So going into your mech form, oh my god. Like, if that Pharah didn't have Barrage, Pharah now has Barrage, you know? Like, that's really the problem with people.
I think we should have just.
I've taken the objective. Get over here. Into the iris.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to critique Diva on King of the Hill because it's like everything that you do would still be bad. Like, not bad, just unless you're hitting these 3-man ults, like that's the only time you're getting kills. Like, you gotta boop on the Zenyatta, but that's just the Zenyatta being out of position. Like, that's not actually gonna help you play against good players. Like, the whole goal is to get to a point where you're so good that you just win these games easily, or like you get to a point where the games become a lot easier. Like, the Zenyatta is actually just feeding. And somehow you get another kill with that. Like, that Roadhog just watched it roll in there. Like, this is actually triggering me. And you just jumped into that one, then they get res. Like, your Reinhardt's actually carrying pretty hard. Or he's trying to anyway. Like, what's nuts is that there's nothing actually incredible going on here. It's just one team's Mercy gets res off, and then the other team's Mercy gets res off. Because neither team is actually trying to kill the Mercy. And then the Mercies just keep bringing back the fight, so the fights last forever. Like, you could have switched to Zarya, like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago, and you probably would have won by now.
Repositioning.
I don't know if you lost in the round. I mean, the Mercy fell off the map.
So I flew near one of them.
Life, man.
Play of the match.
Nerf this.
Like you play D.Va and stuff like that happens, and you're like, that shouldn't happen. But I don't know. It's hard to like criticize a D.Va play because
Epic.
like somehow you're getting a card, you got all your medals, but the problem is that you played D.Va, not that you played D.Va poorly. You know, like you didn't actually play that bad. You have to use your matrix more for sure, and like be more aware of your teammates, but you don't want to have to like if you're trying to, if your team actually just doesn't have enough damage, it makes the game just hard. Like, yeah, 24 mech deaths is a lot of mech deaths. So think about how much ult you just gave the enemy team. Like, that's a lot of damage. Yeah.